Che was just asking, are there alligators here in Georgia? And then,
this pond right here.
what the heck? I've been in Georgia for like a day. Che's been in Dallas getting delayed. It felt totally like spiritual attack sort of stuff. And I'm stoked because Che and I have been doing ministry together for like 10 years. One of my longest standing friends. And he just flew in because we're going to meet up with these guys who do this crazy church planting thing in India. These guys who planted 1,300 house churches last year. The guy we're meeting with, his father-in-law started this church planting organization 30 years ago. And the collective congregation of all the churches they've planted is 500,000 people. That has never happened in America. I can say that with confidence. That has not happened in America. I see him.
Pull up right here.
Oh, dude, you got your guitar. Nice. Cool. Let me pull up. What's up, dude?
What's up, man?
It's gonna be awesome, dude. What did it take for you to get here?
Yesterday. It all started yesterday. I got on a plane from SeaTac Airport to DFW at 11:30. He landed 20 minutes late. By the time I got off the plane, the layover had closed its doors.
You went from Seattle to Dallas, Dallas to Charlotte, Charlotte to Savannah.
Yeah.
And it took like a full 24 hours. Dude, I think you could have actually gotten to India in the same amount of time. Okay, so crazy story, but I gotta tell you how we met Josh Howard and these people in India who are now our ministry partners. Oh no. Hey bud, I'm almost done. Here, sit right here and watch. So, I was doing meetings with the church I grew up in, Compassion Christian Church, and I was meeting with them because I wanted them to partner with Monochurch. And so I'd had a few meetings, and honestly, I wasn't really articulating things very well. I was getting a little long-winded, if you will. That's how I was talking about Monochurch. And so in one of the meetings, I was seeing a lot of blank stares, and so I just say to the group, I'm like, guys, come on. You know what I'm talking about. You've seen this sort of crazy multiplication with church planting. It's just that you haven't seen it in America. You've seen it in India. And so I was trying to say, hey, I just want to see the same thing happen here. And everybody was looking at me funny, looking at me kind of like I offended them. But the reason they were looking at me funny was because what I didn't know is that at that very moment, as we were having that meeting, Josh was landing in America. He'd come from India. They had set it up ahead of time that Josh would be in America for a few months, training some of their leaders on how to do this style of church planting through multiplication. And so we all had this moment where we're like, wow, we are really on the same page. We might need to think through this partnership thing a little more seriously. So that's how I met Josh Howard.
So the 4 fields are basically just an illustration of what we see Jesus and the Apostle Paul doing, okay? And I want to make that super clear that all of this is basically trying to model our discipleship and evangelism stuff through, basically model it after the disciples and Jesus. What did they do, right? When we say disciple, it's somebody who is an obedient follower of Christ. So they are listening to Jesus, they are obeying Jesus, they are looking more like Jesus, talking more like Jesus, acting more like him. That's really what a disciple is. And so how do we get people that are listening to Jesus and obeying him with their lives every single day? He's not only Savior, but he's also King of their lives.
Well, here's where it all went down.
The thing that I loved about it is that it's not perpetuating some sort of culture.
Dude.
It's looking at the context versus the culture that you want to bring into something.
Yeah, and it's something that could work like across cultures. You know what I mean? The Great Commission is like super simple, but super powerful. This moment will document the beginning of a crazy partnership, dude.
Yeah, dog. The training that we were in yesterday with Josh, that just reaffirmed everything that I've been feeling, and Josh put it into words and a diagram and a method. And I just felt really encouraged by that. Everything I've been feeling about the ministry that God's called us to do was that.
I would say every step of this journey has been like some unexpected twist and turn, and I think partnering with a group from India was one of those, and they said they're stoked. Thank you. Josh said if he only came to the States, if his trip to the States was just to partner with Monochurch, he said it'd be worth it. That connection was crazy, dude.
He said that?
Yeah.
Dude, I know it's going to be good because how hard it was to be here.
It's 24 hours after we picked up Che, and we are back at the airport.
Yeah, I'm about to head back to Seattle. Another 20 planes back to Seattle.
We've been talking about this crisis of not keeping up with population growth. How do you think we can catch up, man?
By doing what Jesus told us to do, which is go and make disciples, raise up disciples that can teach other people, and have them do the same thing down the line.
That's good. He didn't tell us to come. He told us to go. All right, Che is off. Okay, so Stone and I are here in the future in Nashville. So everything you've been seeing, this whole story you've been seeing so far, happened back in March. And here we are in July, right? Summertime. And I just wanted to jump back in to tell you what's happened since we met with Josh and his team and what's going on right now. What's happening right now is they are training our house church leaders on how to plant churches in America in the same way they've been planting churches in India. And it's just been amazing to see what happens when you have brothers and sisters over there experiencing something miraculous and you can learn from their experience. So this is what we were doing last night. We were on a Zoom call with them being trained on how to plant churches.
Well, hey, it's good to meet everybody. Got just super excited about what you guys are doing with Monochurch, and so I'm honored to be here, guys. Super excited about the possibilities of what you guys are doing. I feel like at the very beginning, for our first time together, I think laying some foundational principles and truths to this is really going to help you guys understand why we are going to be talking about over the next several weeks what we're going to be talking about. And
Let's
so I'm super pumped. Yeah, there you go.
Let's go. All right, well, there's only one thing left to do. Let's go together.